Welcome. My name is Al Rodenburg, and this is a new series of video podcasts introducing entrepreneurs and business owners from all over the world. Today, I'll be visiting with Alyssa Macaluso. Did I pronounce that name correctly?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to make sure. Alyssa is a local Medicare and annuity advisor, and she's been in the insurance industry since 2005. She's a national Social Security advisor and is completing her designation for a chartered financial consultant. She has lived in the local Houston area since 1979 and is a mother of three grown children and has two small grandsons that she enjoys spending time with. She is passionate about her Christian faith, family, and helping people with their retirement and their Medicare. She also enjoys traveling, yoga, and going on walks with her dog, Sophie. Well, welcome. How are you, Alyssa?
You. I'm doing good. How are you doing, Al?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's a pleasure to have you here today. And so, this is kind of a new process for me, and I've really enjoyed meeting the different people I've interviewed. Tell me, how would your family and friends describe you? What would they say about you if we were to ask them?
I would say they probably would think that I'm a little bit shy, a sweet person, caring, that type of thing.
All right. Well, that's great. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
Now, are you originally from the Houston area, or did you move here like most of us?
Yeah, so I moved here when I was a child, but I originally am from Massachusetts. So I
Oh,
was born in Massachusetts and lived there till I was about 10.
oh, great. Well, you don't have that Harvard accent
No,
going.
I don't. As a matter of fact, it's funny when I go up to Massachusetts to visit family, they're like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm actually from here." But of course, they hear the Texas accent.
Sure, sure. Um, Tell me about who would be the most important person in your life, do you think?
I would say the most influential person was my grandfather.
Mhm.
And he lived in Massachusetts, and it was from a small town in New England,
Hmm.
North Chelmsford. And he was the local pastor. He was just a
Oh,
good
wow.
Christian man, and he
Yeah.
was a leader in the community, and just very caring, loving, kind. And I think he made a big impression on me when I was a child.
Oh, that's awesome. Um, so you're in the insurance industry now. Is this what you thought as a child that you would be doing?
No, never. I thought I was actually I always thought I was going to be a nurse when I was younger, but when
Mhm.
you're a little kid and you kind of have these not realistic idealization
Right.
ideally what a certain things are, and so I had this thing in my head how I wanted to be a nurse, but then when I realized how grueling nursing is, and the weekends and long
Yeah.
hours, and
Yeah.
the same thing with teaching too. I thought I wanted to be a teacher until I was a teacher's aide and realized how much they go through that you don't really see when you're a child or realize.
Right, right. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. So right now in your life, what are you the most passionate about?
So I think right now what I'm most passionate about is, I mean, I do love to travel. So I was able to travel the last 5 years or so. Definitely my Christian faith. And I do love to help people. I like my job because I can help people. So I'm a people person, and I enjoy helping people, and getting them into plans, and educating them on Medicare, so they understand the process and feel more comfortable. So
Oh,
that makes me
absolutely.
feel good to help people.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Was there a point in your life, like a major turning point in your life?
I would say that the biggest turning point maybe was in my 40s, where probably when my kids grew up, right? Then you
Yeah.
have more time to explore who you are, because I married and had kids when I was really young. So when my
Mhm.
kids grew up, they were out of the house, and then you have that empty nest. But I actually went back to school, I started traveling. So that just opened up a whole new world for me. So I felt like that was probably a big turning point in my life. Yeah.
Oh, neat.
And
What's
of
your
course,
where's your
having
favorite?
kids,
I'm
when you're
sorry?
having kids too always changes your life.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
Grandkids
is
even change your life.
Oh, definitely, definitely. My wife is babysitting a 7-month-old right now, so for
Ah,
somebody else, so it's a lot of fun.
yeah.
Um, with a lot of things that's going on in your life or have gone on in your past, how do you, reduce stress? How do you find ways to relax?
So I do go for a walk every day with my dog, and that actually even on hot days we try to go early or late at night. But that just having
Oh,
that
it's never
quiet
hot here in Houston, come on.
yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Just having that quiet time and getting out and you know, not having any distractions, just out walking with my
Mhm.
dog, that is a de-stressor. Um, spending time, you know, quiet time with the Lord and reading reading the Bible or just reading a book kind of de-stresses things.
Sure, sure.
And you know, every once in a while too, I might go get a massage. That is a de-stressor too.
Oh, wow. I haven't had one of those in 30 years. Never think about that again. So here's a more challenging question, maybe. What's the biggest failure in your life, and what did you learn from that experience?
Yeah. So I that is a tough question, and I really don't look at. I try not to look at life as failures or
Hmm.
successes, but more of, you know, how can I learn from that situation that
Absolutely.
happened, and try not to, you know, because sometimes if we look at failures, we might be hard on ourselves and
Right.
right. So I look at more at just how could I reflect from that situation and learn from it to maybe how could I have done better? How was it my fault in a certain, you know, certain
Hmm.
way where I could have maybe done better or the next time.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think we all do that, right?
yeah,
We look
yeah.
back on
I hope
things and
hope we all do it, but
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, there's so many in life, you know, that it's
Oh,
hard to
sure. No,
pick
I
out which.
totally, yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, my perspective is that no matter how difficult or challenging the situation is, the Lord doesn't put us anywhere that we don't have the ability or the resources to work through that situation
Hmm.
and to draw closer to our Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So,
If we look
yeah.
at it all as a learning experience, you know, this is just
Mhm.
an experience in life. um you know that it's easier to go through and just know, yeah, the Lord is with us through everything.
Right. He really is. That
Mhm.
Footsteps in the Sand
Yeah.
is a great, great little poem. Um, so tell us a little bit about your business, a little bit more about what you do.
Okay, so the last, I would say, since my mother turned 65, which right now she's 80, I started to go into Medicare. I had originally been in more group employee benefits. And when my mother was retiring, she was just didn't know what to do, was didn't know what plans to enroll in, or even, although some people even now that I help don't even know how to apply for Medicare.
Oh, wow.
So she was my first client. So I did my research on Medicare and
Hmm.
helped her enroll and found the best plan for her. And so she's still a good client of mine right now, but but that's one thing I do enjoy too is helping people because you know it's hard turning 65. People don't know how to apply because there's penalties that could happen if they don't apply at the right time. So it is really important, I think, to talk to an advisor because it doesn't cost anything, but there, you know, you could avoid penalties. So
Right, right.
yeah.
Yeah, and to know which program to select. I mean, I'm older than that, so it's I was happy to talk to someone quite a while ago and
Yeah.
find out what the options were, and
I
Um,
actually just talked to a lady today who called me on the phone, and she's was 68, and she didn't know about A and B, and you wonder, I mean, I guess you wonder how people don't realize these things, but she just applied for her A and B
hmm.
about a year ago, and then she didn't sign up for a plan, and she hasn't signed up for Part D, which is the prescription. And so she's, unfortunately, when you don't sign up on time, you have penalties, and they'll last the rest of your life.
Oh
So
yeah, I've got one. I'm paying like $6.50 the rest of my life.
yeah,
Yeah, so
right.
totally get it.
So it's unfortunate when that happens, because people just don't know that the government does that, unfortunately.
Yeah. Is there a myth about what you do or something that people maybe don't understand?
Um, as far as like insurance agent, being an insurance agent, I think people really don't understand how much education you have to go through, and
Mhm.
compliance and regulations that you have to adhere to. So, every 2 years we have to take continuing education. And there's lots of rules and regulations you have to abide by. So it's a lot, and I don't think people really understand it. And I know that some people in the industry too may just be in it to, make a quick sale,
Right,
but
right.
I don't look at it that way. I want to have clients that I can, go through their life with and help them in each stage, and have a relationship with them, and truly help them, and not just be someone on the phone that's calling you one day and signing you up for something and you never hear from them again.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people think that you all make a lot of money every time you sign up somebody for Medicare, and I know that not to be the fact.
Yeah,
You
right.
you have to be truly motivated to do what you do, I think, to help others. And
Yeah.
how do you approach networking? How do you generate more business? Is it through referrals, or is there another pathway that you use?
Yeah, so it's a combination of a lot of things. I do get a lot of referrals since I've been in the business for a long time, which I
Mhm.
always appreciate, because referral
Oh
business
yeah.
is wonderful, because they have a friend or somebody that's told them, hey, call this agent, she'll really help you. Um, I do try to go to networking groups and meetings, and then just coworkers. So there's a lot of different things I try to do, and I'm open to learning more things. I've wanted to maybe go to Chamber of Commerce,
Hmm.
which I haven't
Sure.
done, but just finding different groups
Yeah,
in
just a word of advice. There's no insurance agents at Chambers of Commerce. So
yeah, right. Or any BNI or networking groups
yeah,
either.
yeah, right, right. But
So
I think once people see that you're truly there to help others, I think that's a big factor when you interact with others. Alyssa, I know our time is short here, so how can people find you online if they wanted to reach out to you?
I do a website. It is FIA365.com. I'm also on all the social media uh places, Facebook. I have a Facebook page under my name. Also Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn. And then of course my email address and my phone number. I've put that out there everywhere. So, but
Okay.
yeah,
And what's
hopefully
that website again? FIA
365.com.
FIA365.com. Great.
Mhm.
Well, Alyssa, thank you so much for spending time with us today. And I'm sure the people watching this will be happy to learn more about you. So, folks, we've spent some time with Alyssa Macaluso, and have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.